The developers behind a new 20-storey apartment building in Wellington are fighting to keep the project alive after its joint venture partner Arrow International went into voluntary administration. 111 Dixon Street is the development company for the Dixon Street apartments, and they thought it would be a good idea having the builder as a partner when the project first began in 2016. When Arrow went into voluntary liquidation at the end of February, 111 Dixon Street started negotiations on getting the contract transferred to a new company called 111 Dixon Contracts in a bid to get the project completed and to ensure all subcontractors are paid. Two ticketing entrepreneurs have joined forces and merged their companies to form a new ticketing company with global ambitions. Izel Kochu, who founded event ticketing and analytics platform Passphere 2 years ago, is joint chief executive with iTicket founder Reece Preston in their new company Passphere Group. They each own a third share of the new group, while Passphere's other angel investors hold the rest. The group has a next-generation booking and analytics platform that suits any form of event or transaction that requires booking to attend. It will integrate iTicket's public-facing ticketing brand with an offer for larger customers, such as museums or art galleries, to white-label the technology on their own websites.
We're trying to take the ego out of ticketing. For a user, we want to bring back the personality, and for the organisations, we want to give them more data and flexibility on what they do. But the secret sauce in all of this is our API. So it's what we give to developers and organisations globally that allow them to build their own ticketing solutions, and creating that as an open source platform for them to build on. That's going to be what makes us really rich.
ANZ is contacting more than 40,000 of its default KiwiSaver members to ask them to choose their funds or lose out. The bank, which has a leading 25% share of the KiwiSavers scheme provider market, is concerned that many of its customers may be in the wrong type of fund for their age and risk profile, which will end up leaving them with less savings when they reach retirement. The law requires that KiwiSaver scheme providers put new default members into conservative funds. ANZ has suggested to the present and previous government a lifetimes model, which would automatically move members' money to a fund appropriate for their age. Annual fund charges, which are a percentage of net assets, do increase for the more actively managed KiwiSaver funds. A company that provides high-efficiency motors for commercial refrigeration has turned to the Internet of Things to provide it with a profitable future. Wellington Drive Technologies was struggling to keep afloat 4 years ago, until Chief Executive Greg Allen saw an opportunity in the Internet of Things to open new sources of revenue. Today, the motor technology business is a solid revenue earner, but Mr. Allen says that while this may pull back this year, the IoT business will continue growing in the 20 to 30% range. The global market for IoT technology, which consists of software, services, connectivity and devices, reached $130 billion in 2018. Well, production at Oceana Gold's Waihi mine will almost certainly increase following new discoveries from recent underground drilling and exploration. The Melbourne-based gold producer has reported a significant increase in mineral resources at the Martha underground mine. Oceana Gold is now estimating the mine's potential at nearly 1 million ounces of high-grade gold, enough to keep the company and its workforce of 350 at Waihi busy over the next decade. Oceana Gold CEO Mick Wilkes says production from the Martha Underground is expected to increase to recent historical levels while delivering significant socio-economic benefits to New Zealand. To tomorrow, NBR columnist Richard Patterson opines on the arm wrestle between favourable monetary policy and deteriorating economic data as to the next direction for financial markets. For more on that and other stories, just head to nbr.co.nz.